Okay, so we're talking about percent and problem solving. That's what we are learning about today. So this should just be a review from you, honestly. Go ahead and pause the video right now and read this, please. Okay, so the percent equation that we're going to use in this class is over of equals percent over 100. And you can use that for everything. So example 1 says, what is 9% of 65? So I want you to break it down like this. It's is over of equals percent over 100. So what is x of 65? The percent is 9 over 100. And then all you have to do, so what is 9% of 65? And then you just have to cross multiply 100x and then 9 times 65. So when you do that, you get 585. Divide both sides by 100. You get x equals 5.85. So 5.85 is 9% of 65. Number 2, 36 is 6% of what? So you see how I set it up. Of what? 6% and 36 is. So is over of equals percent over 100. Cross multiply and solve for x, and you get, so you would say 600 is 6%. Wait, no, I'm sorry. 36 is 6% of 600. $24 is what percent of 144? So see, you set it up a little different. So 24 is what percent of 144? Cross multiply. Divide by 144. When you do that, you get 16.6 repeating. So 16 2/3. So you would say 24 is 16 2/3% of 144. Mark is taking Peggy out to dinner. He has $66 to spend. If he wants to tip the server 20%, how much can he afford to spend on the total meal? Okay, so, all right, this $66 is his total. That's all he has to spend. So we're going to set it up. All right, he also wants to tip the server 20%, okay? So we need to know what portion of the total $66 can he spend on the meal, okay? Now the meal isn't going to be 100% this time. It's going to be that 120% because the meal would be the cost, but you also need the $66 has to include the 20% tip. So then we cross multiply and solve. And we get x equals 55. So Mark and Peggy can spend up to $55 on the meal itself. Julie bought a leather sofa that was on sale for 35% of the original price of $1,200. What is the discount? How much did she pay? Okay, so she only paid, so we don't know what she paid. The original price, or the total price originally, I guess, was $1,200. But she did not pay for 35%. So what percent did she actually pay for? Well, 100% minus 35% is 65%. So whatever she paid for, she only paid for 65% of the total cost. So then you cross multiply. So 100x equals 65 times 1,200. When you do that, you should get 78,000. So if we divide by 100, she only paid $780. So she paid $780, which was 35% off the original price of $1,200. Okay, now we're going to talk about percent of change. It's new minus original over original, and it's really easy to remember if you remember no. Okay, so if I run to you and I go, no, what's the formula, Miss LaPlaw? No, it's new minus original over original. So the cost of a certain car increased from $16,000 last year to $17,280 this year. What was the percent of increase? So the new cost is this, $17,280. The original cost was $16,000 over the original cost. So remember, it's new minus original over original. So if I do that, I would get 1,280 over 16,000. And if I do that on my calculator, I get 0.08, which is 8% increase. So if your answer that you find is a positive number, it's a percent increase. If it's a negative number, it's a percent decrease. Patrick weighed 285 pounds 2 years ago. After dieting, he reduced his weight to 171 pounds. What was the percent of decrease in his weight? So again, we're going to do new minus original over original. So his new weight is 171 pounds. His original weight was 285. So if I work that out, I get negative 100. He lost 114 pounds over 285. And when you do that, you get negative 0.4. So he had a 40% decrease in his weight. That's amazing. All right, so that's it. I think so. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Okay. Ask me if you have any questions.